Good day to Dr. Nurzana and my fellow friends. Today, my Group 10, will present about a one-day activity to enhance graduate attributes among UTM students named as A Day with Rising Entrepreneurs by Young Entrepreneur Council.
So what is graduate attributes? Graduate attributes are the eye-level skills, abilities, and understandings that a student should obtain as a result of learning and activities they engage in while at university. So this slide shows the UTM graduate attributes that starting from the communication and thinking skills, leadership and team working skills, scholarship skills, adaptability skills, enterprising skills, and global citizen skills. There are three main objectives that students will achieve at the end of this event. The first is to gain the enterprising skills, second is to acquire the global citizen skills, and the last is to enhance the communication and thinking skills. The first attribute is enterprising skills. Students and graduates frequently believe that they only need entrepreneurial skills if they want to become entrepreneurs and start their own businesses as graduates. So this event is to teach the graduates crucial life skills that will help them navigate this uncertain future. So next is the global citizen skills. Graduates often being too busy with their daily life as a student without being aware of the world issues. So this event is to have an understanding on how the world being transformed to entrepreneurship and tries to stay well informed. So the last attribute is communication and thinking skills. This attribute is one of the important skills that given priority when applying a job. This allows graduates to communicate and think at the same time in problem-solving activities. So the graduates can think on their feet fast, analyze challenges, and identify the best solution at the end of this event.
Hi, I'm Kausalya here. Now I will highlight the issues related to the weaknesses of selected UTM graduate attributes among students. First of all, lack of socializing skill among students or between lecturers and students is one of the topmost issues that needs to be considered. During the class, sometimes some of the students tend to feel nervous to voice out their opinions. This is because some lecturers will be too strict or judge the students without engaging with them to get to know about them better. To add on, some students may demotivate another student with harsh words till it can hurt that particular student's feelings. This way, the affected students will distance themselves from everyone in order to protect themselves. Next, during group works nowadays, students are lacking in teamwork and leadership skills. They tend to make friends with some of the students and will not talk with others, which leads to a team working failure. Even though if any of the students in a team is nominated to be a leader, they fail to solve this problem among themselves as well. Sometimes the leader might act bossy just to gain popularity and acknowledgement among the other students in his or her team. Another issue is lack of adaptability among university students. Since students are staying in hostels, they are out of their comfort zones, which makes them to struggle in completing tasks every day. Some students might have some homesick and will be emotionally imbalanced, which may lead to depressions. Meanwhile, for some students, they are not interested in enhancing their technical skills, which will help them for their jobs as well. As a result, due to these issues faced by UTM students, getting a job in the future might be a difficult task for them unless they start to learn the graduate attributes which can make them into a better person inside and out.
Greetings, I'm Tibarata Gopal, and for my part, I'll be presenting the details of the event. So the name of students' organization will be Young Entrepreneur Council. The activity name is A Day with Rising Entrepreneurs, and the activity date is 26th March 2022. The contents of the activity are the speaker of the first lot will be Mr. Jeevan Sahadevan. He's a business growth expert. He'll give a speech entitled Type of Businesses and Way to Set Up a Business, and a Q&A session will take place. The speaker of the second slot will be Mr. Wan Sharaudin Shah Ismail. He's the president of Association of Banks in Asia. His talk will be about how to get capitals from banks and followed by a Q&A session. The speaker of the third slot will be Mr. Alexander Nantalingi. He's the Minister of Domestic and Consumer Affairs. He'll give a talk under the title What are the aids government provides for young entrepreneurs, and followed by a Q&A session. The speaker of fourth slot will be Mr. Mahathir Aziz. He's the CEO of Malaysia Digital Economic Corporation, and he'll teach the students on how to advertise a business. And then the participants will be divided into 8 groups, where each group will be consisting of 5 participants. The first group activity will be proposing a business idea. It offers an introduction on different business venture ideas and innovations for the participants, as well as the participants will be able to learn numerous business-related ideas and terms. For example, plan of action canvas are also called business model canvas, validation board, business pitching, and significantly more. The speaker of the fifth slot will be Singh Chi Chin. He's the founder of Head of Marketing Store Hub. His talk will be about ways to encounter problems in a business, and a Q&A session will take place. The speaker of sixth slot will be Dr. Tony Fernandez. He's the founder of Tune S. Indian Bilhart. He will be giving a talk about his success story as an entrepreneur, as well as on how to encounter problems in business, and followed by a Q&A session. And then the second group activity will be solving a business-related problem. The participants will be provided a situation in which they must brainstorm a solution to a business problem industry. The problem-solving process involves thoughts, discussions, actions, and decisions that occur from the first consideration of a problematic situation to the goal. Finally, prize giving ceremony. So the goals and objectives of this event are to cultivate leadership and team working skills, to instill communication and critical thinking skills, and to inculcate entrepreneurial skills. We are targeting 4 UTM students and 1 supervisor. The invited guests or speakers are, the list of the invited guests or speakers are here, as I mentioned before. The activity schedule, the one-day event. So at 8 a.m., there'll be the registration of participants. At 8:15 a.m., there'll be a first slot speech and followed by a Q&A session at 8:45. At 9 a.m., there'll be a second slot speech and followed by a Q&A session at 9:30 a.m. At 9:45 a.m., there'll be a third slot speech and followed by a Q&A session. The person in charge will be Disha. At 10:15 a.m., there'll be a short break. At 10:30 a.m., there'll be a fourth slot speech and a Q&A session at 11 a.m. and the person in charge will be Disha too. At 11:15 a.m., there'll be a group task. Group task 1, which is proposing a business idea, and the person in charge will be Sada Ropni. At 1 o'clock, there'll be a lunch break. At 2 o'clock, there'll be a fifth slot speech, and then followed by a Q&A session at 2:30 p.m. And at 2:45 p.m., there'll be a sixth slot speech and followed by a Q&A session at 3:15 p.m. The person in charge will be Izati. At 3:30 p.m., there'll be a second group task, and the person in charge will be me, myself, Diva. At 4:30 p.m., there'll be a short break. At 4:45 p.m., there'll be a prize giving ceremony, and the person in charge will be Kausalya. And these are the financial statement. The total money allocated for this event is 690 ringgit. Now let's see the monitoring and evaluation. From the first slot, the students will be able to know about business growth and which business may be suited for him or her. From the second slot, students will get insights on how to get loans successfully from banks if they want to start up their business. From third and fourth slots, students will gain ideas about the help given by the government to young business starters through associations, clubs, as well as political parties. From fifth and sixth slots, students will learn about the toughness as well as the solutions to overcome the problems that have been happening in the business world. From group activity 1, students will gain some experiences on how to get up a business, and from group activity 2, students will acquire knowledge about the difficulties that a business person needs to know when going through that phase. That's all from my part. Thank you.
I will highlight the graduate attribute in our suggested event, which is a day with a rising entrepreneur. For the first activity, which is a talk session with an experienced and successful entrepreneur, students can improve their entrepreneurship skill by learning numerous business-related ideas and terms. And this talk also will serve as a motivation for aspiring entrepreneur within the UTM student. And then for the second activity, in a group task, which they need to propose a business idea, they can improve their communication skill and the working skill by discussing and contributing ideas among the team members and also the entrepreneurship skill. This activity offers an introduction to the participant on different business venture ideas and innovation. And then for the third activity, which is also a group task, they need to solve a business-related problem. So this will help them to improve their hard thinking skill, communication skill, and also the team working skill by generating and contributing ideas in solving business-related problems in group activities that will help the students improve their thinking skill. We conducted a survey to ask students' opinion about our event, which is a day with a rising entrepreneur. So from the response, students agree that the graduate attributes are important. They also agree that communication skill were the least attribute among students. And most of them believe that graduate attributes are important to build confidence and a personal resilience. They also agree that this event will improve their graduate attributes, which are leadership, and working skill, communication skill, hard-taking skill, and enterprising skill. Most of them believe that this event will help them to enhance critical thinking skill when new ideas about business will be developed.
I am going to conclude the proposal of this event. So we think unemployment is one of the major problems that are encountered by the fresh graduates nowadays. To cope with this unemployment, fresh graduates can embark with businesses which can help them to raise their life standards. And this event will also become a milestone in developing young entrepreneurs in our society. This event compiles many slots of useful talks which provide knowledge for students on businesses. First talk explains about the types of businesses and ways to set up the business, like registering SSM and many more. Then the second talk explains about the procedures in acquiring capital for the business. The third talk on government aids for the entrepreneurs, while the next slot is on the promotional activities that a business person can do to develop their business. Then the fifth slot is on the problems encountered by a business person, and the final slot is about a successful story by a successful businessman. So this program also comprises two group tasks, which involves business pitching ideas, and also the other task, the students required to solve a problem which is related to the business. This program will definitely can kindle students' interest on indulging in business. Not only that, this program definitely can improve entrepreneurship skills, where the students require to listen to all the related talks, and they need to think themselves as an entrepreneur, and they need to come up with a business idea. Communication skills, where they are required to work in group to solve problems, and also to come up with the ideas where they require to interact with each other. Then also thinking skills, where they have to think for a solution regarding the problem given by the facilitators. So I think this will definitely be a very beneficial activity for students. Thank you.